in January, and I have some lovely people joining us today. We have the lovely and fantastic Kristie Cook. Hi, Kristie.
Hello.
And we have Cameo Renae, who is joining us. Hi, Cameo. Can you see me? Oh, wow.
No.
Well, her dog's not barking either. I don't know, but hopefully she can hear us. And so today we are chatting with both. Can you hear me? Yay! Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Everybody, this is what happens when you don't have Verizon. No, I'm just kidding. It's not a Verizon. I'm just kidding. But we are here chatting about the latest Havenwood Falls release, Bound by Shadows, written by Cameo Renae, and the cover reveal of Lose You Not. I don't want to say Lost because that's the name of the book, Lose You Not by Kristie Cook. So we've got R.K. Riles joining us today. Hi, let's tell him hi. And of course, I'm always behind with this because I suck at technology, everybody. There's two things I'm good at, is drinking pumpkin spice latte and eating French fries. So those are the two. So hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. We've got Amber Peterson who's joining us. We'd love for you to make sure that you list any questions that you have for either one of these ladies about their latest release or upcoming release, and we'll be sure to have them answer. And we've got Amy joining us today. And I would love for you guys to tell us where you are joining us from. You know, I am here in Havenwood Falls. It's pretty cold today. Had some snow. So let us know where you're from. Susan Burdorf. Hi, Susan. And of course, Randy is here. So yes. All right. So Cameo, can you hear me? Cameo? I think we had some issues with her connection, but that's okay. Okay, we can sort. You sound like you're underwater. Are you swimming? No, I'm just kidding. That's okay. But we're going to come back to Cameo, and hopefully we'll get some better connection there. But Kristie.
Yes.
Okay, we can hear you now. We can. Hey, yay. Thank you, Star and Moon. Yeah, there a little bit. Cameo, how's it going? Happy New Year to you. Cameo, can you hear me? Ooh, ooh. Okay, everybody. We're going to come back for Cameo. That makes me sad.
Yes.
It's like she pops in afterwards, right? It's like delayed.
It's Alaska. I'm in the boonies.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So you guys know Cameo is in Alaska. They don't have internet. It's like dial-up, right?
What?
You guys have dial-up.
No.
Some moose ate the wires for their internet. So it's not working so well.
Oh my God, it's horrible.
Well, that's okay. So we don't see you moving. It's like a still shot of your beautiful face, but we can hear you. So we'll just go.
I hope it's not frozen.
Okay, so Randy said, oh my God, Cameo, don't touch your nose because when it freezes, it looks like you're picking your nose. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, so yeah, don't pick your
nose. It's my frozen shot.
Well, it's a frozen smile, so we're okay with that. It's totally fine. It's okay. All right. But so you can hear me, so that's good. Anyway, ladies, you guys are the ones that have started off 2018 in Havenwood Falls and bringing us some great stories. So Kristie, we know that your book is releasing next, and Cameo just had a fantastic release day on January 12th, which was last week. See, this is what happens. Dana did not bring me a latte. I told you guys. So I had French fries and I had root beer. It just is not the same. So let's talk a little bit about what you guys, how your process was when you Cameo, because this one's your first book in Havenwood Falls, what your process was about being able to write about your characters and about this book. So I want to know kind of what was your inspiration going into giving us Bound by Shadows?
Okay. Well, when Kristie contacted me, I was just like, oh my God. Yes. But anyway, it's a paranormal thing, and I was thinking angels because that's my thing, but I was like, you know what, I want to try something new. So I was like, I've always wanted to do a shifter book, so I was like, you know what, it's a novella, I'll try it and let's see where it goes. So yeah.
So that's kind of what happened?
Yes. I just said, you know what, let's do it.
Well, that's good. Well, we're excited to have you as a part of Havenwood Falls, because so many people do know you from your books that deal with angels, as well as you did the apocalypse type book. So did you think that writing this genre with the shifters was totally outside of the box for you? And how much did you enjoy writing about? And we're going to tell you guys a little bit about what it's about, but how different was it for you writing shifters versus writing things around angels?
Well, anything with the paranormal, it wasn't too hard because it's still within the paranormal world. And so it was a lot of fun because I love to read paranormal books. So it wasn't that much of a stretch for me. It wasn't something new, I felt. It was just a new, like, shifters, just writing about shifters was new, but it was a lot of fun.
Well, good. I'm glad that you have enjoyed it. And hopefully after this one, you'll have many more. And I will show you guys the cover here in a second. But I want to jump to Kristie, because Kristie, can I say this is your second and a half, 2.5? Does that even make sense?
Yeah.
Your second and a half. Does it?
Second and a half.
That is a Michelle-ism, everybody.
I like it.
So this is your second full book, and then you co-authored a book. So has it become a little bit more easier for you writing about the goings on in Havenwood Falls? You've kind of seemed like you got your rhythm, of course, because you're the omnipresent person in Havenwood Falls, so you know everything that's going on. So do you have your system down with writing in Havenwood now?
In a way, yes. I do know so much about it because I do edit all of the books, which means I read them 2 to 3 times at least before they even release. So and then I also created our Bible and try to stay on top of keeping it updated. So I know so much more about the world. However, this is our first full-length novel, and it also brings in so much crossover and tie-ins from the other books. So it was a lot of, coming up with my own plot, but then weaving in everybody else's to kind of tease them in a way, but also just because they fit within my story. Mm-hmm. And so that part was kind of difficult to make sure all the timelines hit right and it made sense for my story without it feeling forced. So, so yeah, in a way it was easier. In a way it was a lot harder.
Well, all we know is we're very happy that you've decided to take on this project. And we have a question that actually deals with Havenwood Falls and all of the books. And Amy Condra, hopefully I'm saying her name right, has a question and says, is there a set order to read the books? So, Kristie, if you want to take that question.
Yes and no. So if you read them in order of release, you'll basically be reading them in chronological order of how the stories take place. They're all pretty much standalones until now because Lose You Not is the sequel to Forget You Not. So I do recommend you read Forget You Not before you read Lose You Not. But other than that, there's no real set order. More authors will be adding sequels to their first books. Cameo will have a sequel to Bound by Shadows. Michelle G. Miller is working on a sequel to her book. We have quite a few that are in the works. So that's just something to keep in mind when you're looking at what book to start with, is just make sure that it doesn't have one that came out before it by the same author, because that most likely was its prequel.
Yeah, and that would really spoil it for you if you decided to read it like out of order. Michelle Hamlin actually reads everything out of order. So just letting you know, I'm going to wait until 2018. I'm going to read everything backwards just for fun.
That just sounds so typical.
Well, I mean, I know, I pretty much know everybody. So, but it's something about those books, you guys put a little something extra, you sprinkle a little something extra in there that maybe I didn't know. And so I have to go back in and see what it is I missed, or what my friends and neighbors down the street didn't tell me. So I thank you guys for that so much. So we are going to take a look. Cameo, you still there? Just want to make sure you can hear me. Nope, she's not here. So we are going to take a look. We're going to take a look at Lose You Not. So if you guys... here is the cover. Now, let me tell you, I am a big fan of, see, I had to make that bigger. I'm such a big fan of abs. They are absolutely fantastic. And let's just say, nice? Oh my gosh, I just want to do this to the camera. Like who gropes their computer screen? But have you ever looked at this photo and wanted to count the abs on the?
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Does anybody know how many abs is on this photo? Anybody?
I just see a six-pack, but he's got the nice side thing going too.
The side thing. What's the side thing called? I don't know. But it looks freaking awesome. So let's talk a little bit. So this is the follow-up to Forget You Not. And yes. So we've got a little bit more details about what's going on with my people. And so I want to know, okay, so guys, if you have not read Forget You Not, it is the opener to Havenwood Falls. It is, somebody asked about the reading order. I would say definitely start with that book. It opens up the whole world of Havenwood Falls. And so we've got Michaela and Xandru, more of their story in here. Michaela actually came in not with that name in the first book, I'll just tell you. And she is she's the owner and manager of Whisper Falls Inn, and she finds out some details about her history and her background in book 1. And so now I'm trying to figure out what's going on with them now. We've got Michaela and Xandru together, and I think that might be him on the cover of the book. So where do we leave them going into the new year? Of course, you can't tell too much because, some people don't know yet.
Right. Okay, so one of the reasons Forget You Not is a good opener is because Michaela grew up in Havenwood Falls, but she was sent away, forgot about the town. So the reader gets to come into town sort of as a newbie, but also with someone who starts to remember and starts knowing more. And there's not a whole lot of secrets being kept from her because they're actually trying to get her to remember again. So that's why it's a good opener to this series, because you're getting kind of both perspectives. But where we left off with Forget You Not is she's back in town. She has the inn. She has her 12-year-old brother, Gabe, and her 16-year-old sister, Aurelia. But the rest of her family is gone. And she has this second chance romance with Xandru. They grew up together and were together all through middle and high school. But then she left for 5 years. So they're trying to rekindle that, but they're running into a lot of issues. They both have a lot of family matters going on. They're both basically the leaders of their family trying to hold everything together, their family businesses and the other siblings and everything. So they're being pulled in actually many different directions, which is wreaking havoc on their relationship. And that's what Lose You Not is about, is them they have to overcome their fears. Xandru's afraid she's going to leave again. And especially if he puts too much pressure on her, but he wants to hold on to her so tight so she doesn't leave again. And Michaela's afraid that her life's going to be ripped out from under her again. And so, they have to overcome those fears as well. And it's just trying to get them together so they can have their happily ever after.
Yeah, and it's just like any relationship, right? There's always some type of conflict. And what I appreciate about this is that you take this story and you show Xandru's vulnerability. And a lot of people kind of think about men, strong alpha men, as those persons that can't really talk about their feelings, and now we see that he's he is in love with her and fears that she will leave, and then they have all of these things fighting against them. And I think that's the beautiful thing about when we talk to Pot and Kettle about the song Lost. Beautiful words, and I think it just captures everything that this story really brings. And hopefully you guys, I don't know if she's gonna sing it live. That would be kind of cool. I don't know, just throwing it out there. See how it just threw out there in slow motion?
Awesome.
But okay, so tell me a little bit about so I'm pretty sure this is not the only story we're going to get about these two characters, because to me it seems like they are almost the center of Havenwood Falls. I could just be saying, but they're kind of like, back in the day, people, I used to watch like Dynasty and Falcon Crest, and I just dated myself, just so you guys know. But back then there was always kind of these pivotal or centered characters that kind of brought the whole town together. And so that's kind of what I see Michaela and Xandru being able to do. So what can we expect? I know Lost Lost, Lose You Not is not out yet, but how much of their story are you going to give us? I'm just, can we get like 5, maybe 6?
So this is their second story, and there will be more to them, but more in other books. So after this, I'll be writing Taze and Addie's story, which will release in September. And then we also have a multi-author project. I mean, it's part of this, but we're working on, I don't want to give too much away, and we're just getting started on the plans for it. But there definitely will be more to Michaela, and then Xandru's kind of where Michaela goes. Xandru will be there. But she and Addie and Harper Sinclair and some of the other characters in Havenwood Falls will be working on something together. So there will definitely be more to those two, but I don't know if they'll get their own book again anytime soon.
Okay, well, you heard it here first, and that is not the end of the juicy gossip that I plan to get from Kristie today. So just know, Michelle is on it. I always promised you guys I would give you the inside scoop, but we're going to come back with Kristie, and we're going to chat a little bit with Cameo, because it looks like her camera is now working. And then we're going to come back and we're going to chat with Sarai and Kristie together so we can talk about their collaboration with the song Lost. Hopefully you guys have all heard it. If you have not, when you get it, actually, she's going to sing. I already just went ahead and told you guys that she's going to sing. And if she doesn't, then I've got my phone here. I will pull it up. But be sure that you go, if you are not in her group, go over to, it's called Wrecked Productions, or go to the Havenwood Falls group page. It's in there. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Kristie, we'll be back with you shortly. Don't go anywhere, Kristie. Okay, we'll be back. All right, so yay, we've got Cameo's back. Yay.
Hi.
Look, and we can see you. Yes. Okay. She did not pick her nose, everybody. So, and look, she's got a furry friend.
I do.
It's her grand dog. Hi, buddy.
Hi.
Okay, so thank you so much for joining us today, Cameo. You've got lots of love here on the chat. So let's start a little bit with Bound by Shadows. So again, you guys take a look at that beautiful cover. I was trying to make it a little bit bigger. I don't know if I can. Oh, there it is. Look at it. It's so pretty.
I love it.
I love it. It's so pretty. And so we're going to talk a little bit about your character. So I want to know a little. Okay, so we've got Eris and Rylan, and they are a part of Havenwood Falls High. No, it's young adult. They're not. Is that young adult?
Yeah.
Yes, they are. Because he's like 16. So yeah. So I'm not gonna tell you guys what I normally think about during the day, but it's not high school. But anyway. But I give us a little bit of background on this particular story. Since it just released, I know that there are some people in the book club that have had a chance to read it. For those who haven't, if you can give us kind of the overview, don't tell too much, as you know, we don't want to know what happens for real.
Right.
But kind of throw some stuff out there, and then I'm going to ask you some questions about what I know, and hopefully you'll spill some beans. Secret, because spill the beans sounds nasty.
Okay, well, Eris is. This story is primarily about Eris, who is she recently turned 17, and she and her dad are not in Havenwood Falls now. There's so much to this that it's kind of they get a knock on their door, and see, when you leave Havenwood Falls, when you leave Havenwood Falls, there is a spell that goes over you that makes you forget the place. It makes you forget everybody in Havenwood Falls and everything that happened in there, just to kind of keep the town safe and shrouded and from the outside world. So anyway, this is like a different perspective, because she has no idea what Havenwood Falls is. She has no idea of the supernatural world, or she's had some things happen to her, but now she gets a knock on her door saying that she has a brother, but because her brother is in Havenwood Falls, she doesn't know him. So they end up going back, her and her father end up going back into Havenwood Falls, and, they have to undo the forgetting spell, and where she gets all her memories back, and the dad gets the memories back. It's, you know what? Just read the book. I'm horrible at explaining.
Read the book.
I'm horrible at explaining things.
Read the book, everybody. That was it. That's your explanation. Your explanation is Cameo Renae wrote a book, Havenwood Falls. So you should just read the book. End of story.
I am so bad at it's like blah 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 blah.
No, it's totally fine. So this is the part that I enjoy about this is that I did have a chance to sort of hang out with you guys at the lumberyard during Christmas, because of those of you who participated in the hot cocoa and cookie fest that we had back in December. I froze my tushy off trying to go through and test everybody's cookies. And so over at the lumberyard, they had these cookies that was in the shape of trees, and it had like all this icing on it. And then, of course, because it was Cameo inspired, there was hot chocolate with mint, because everybody knows that she's the peppermint queen. And so I had a chance to go and kind of hang out with the Blackthorns, and it was very interesting. They're just read the book and you'll find out more about them. And that's all I'll tell you. I will tell you that the cookies were really good. And so I want to talk a little bit about Rylan, but because of course there's always got to be some hot guy, and I shouldn't say hot guy because it's young adult and I'm really old, but for teens, there's a hot guy.
Yes.
And so what can we expect to see from this relationship between Eris and Rylan?
Well, without giving too much away, Rylan.
Yes, without giving too much away.
Rylan is complicated. He is not from Havenwood Falls originally. He actually wandered in 6 months prior to Eris. And he's got a whole bunch of secrets of his own and a whole backstory to tell. And it's somehow when he came to Havenwood Falls, he ran into Eris's brother and became a part of the family. So that's why he's connected to her. That's how he's connected to her, because the family lives in cabins in a part of Havenwood Falls, back away, because they're shifters. They're like in the woods. And so he lives next door.
He lives next door.
The boy next door.
The boy next door.
So
I'm just saying.
Yeah, there's he's very complicated, very snarky. He comes off as, bad boy, just very intense. But she likes it. He's very handsome.
Well, who doesn't like him to be a bad boy and very intense? I mean, you just kind of said two things that every girl wants to hear, and every woman, and probably every senior. I'm just saying. Okay, well, everybody, just so you know, Bound by Shadows is available. If you do not have it, please be sure that you go by and pick it up. We are going to we're going to chat with Sarai real quick. Then we're going to come back. We're going to do some games, because I am Michelle Hamlin and I'm all about games. But first, I want to give a couple of quick shout outs here. We had Kelly. Is it Victorine? Hopefully I said that right. So hi, Kelly. Thanks for joining in with us today. We've got Brittany Carnes. This is what happened when I don't wear my glasses. Okay. And that just made it worse. So we've got Brittany Carnes. Hi, welcome. Brittany says she loved Harper. And RK Ryle said, Taze and Addie, can't wait. So that was for you, Kristie, because you said that was coming. And so we've got some other people did some shout outs and they said, yay. Love the book. Kelly said she loved the book. So thank you so much, Kelly, for reading it. Can't wait to see your review. Christine also says she loved it. And Amber says she loved it. Amber Peterson. So good work. Good work. Thank you. Amy Hale also says she's trying to watch it from Walmart. Watch this video. So we went to Walmart today, everybody. Thank you. We appreciate you taking us along. Okay, Cameo, we'll be back with you in a second. We're going to chat here with Sarai and Kristie real quick. So thanks for joining us in. Okay. Sarai, you ready? All right.
Hello.
Hi.
How's it going? Can you hear me okay? Hi.
All right, everybody. Welcome our special guest, Sarai Makni, who is Pot and Kettle. And yes. I had a chance to meet her last year at a book event. And I said, well, who is Pot and who is Kettle? And she was like, well, I'm Pot and Kettle. And so there you have it. Pot and Kettle right here live in Havenwood Falls. So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So you and Kristie collaborated together. I'm sorry, I'm moving the screens around a little bit here. Collaborated together on the song Lost for Lose You Not. And so tell me a little bit about how you guys kind of hooked up. And I'll start with you, Kristie. What was kind of the draw to getting a special song for this couple?
Well, actually, we're going to blame it all on Randy Cooley Wilson. who introduced us at PennCon. Pot Kettle has done a couple of songs for Randy's other books outside of Havenwood Falls. And so we just very briefly got to talk about it at PennCon. And then Sarai contacted me and said she'd be interested in writing some songs. And so I sent her some of our book files, and she started with Forget You Not, because as we discussed, that's where you should start, and wrote these beautiful lyrics that were just so on point for Michaela and Xandru. And what was interesting is by then I had already started writing Lose You Not, and the whole thing just went perfectly with both books. So she did all the work. I just said, oh yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, I love it. That's wonderful.
Seal of approval. That's it. I love it. and so, Sarai, again, so I had a chance to meet you at PennCon and did a great job because you had launched the videos with Randy. And so when you did the sneak peek for Lost, beautiful voice.
Thank you.
You need a jingle. You need a song for your phone. Just call her. She'll do it. You writing a book about your dog. I'm sure she could write a song about.
I mean, sure. I can get my dog.
So what is it about when you go into in this particular story with these characters? How do you, I guess, what is your muse or your process for being able to, your process for really going into getting into those characters and then finding the words that really fit the story? Like, do you, I don't know, you meditate first? And
I'm really a book snob, and I've had some authors that would contact me like, I can send you just a little highlight of the book, and I'm like, no, like I have to read the entirety of the book. I really have to become that character and then get into the mind of that character so that I can project every emotion, every moment. And especially with this specific story, I really wanted to show the intensity of what she was going through. I mean, just that scene, we've got lyrics in the song that talk about shivers as I recall it, blood red as wine in my hand. Just that, I don't want to give anything away for who hasn't read the book, but there's a specific scene involving a wine bottle in a moment where, this character just has a very bone-chilling realization. And so I like to find the pieces of these books, of these stories that as a reader personally give me the chills and give me like that second of whoa, that. So I really like just being able to write like I as a reader would want to hear and see. So that's kind of my only technique, and sometimes I win and sometimes it's terrible, but in this case, Kristie was great, and kind of going back and forth with me. I'd be like, hey, what about does this, you think that this kind of highlights what we're really going for and really captures the imagery we're going for? So yeah, it is a process. Lots of candy, lots of sleep, lots of swearing, but in the end, you become the character, and you really just aim to immerse the readers deeper into that.
You did a fantastic job with it, and I know that Kristie probably got it and was like, oh my god, my stories to music. And what a amazing way to market outside of what people traditionally do is book trailers and regular promos and something. But this song is something, every time you hear it or hear the music, it automatically reminds you of that story. And then not only that, is you can take pieces of it and it can relate to something you've gone through or a relationship you've experienced or something. And it's just like, and that's when I listen to it, I was like, oh my God, I know how they feel. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna cry, but I'm gonna mess up my mascara, but it's so worth it.
There's a piece of me in every song that I write. So I really when I turn into these characters, there's also a lot of we have a lot in common. There's a lot of companionship there. There's always one part of a character's life that I very deeply relate to. So there's a piece of me in just about every song. So I like making it personal. I think that it makes it more personal for the readers, and it definitely helps the authors and just connecting to that world and sharing that world the way that they have seen it and lived it in their minds.
And she got permission from the courts to record the song. So I'm assuming that's
which was a biatch, let me tell you. They're an intense group of people.
So Kristie, is this just the first of many songs that we'll? Okay, just want to know.
Yep. I think we have a second one in the works.
Okay.
We won't be saying it, what book that is or anything, but you will be finding out probably pretty soon. But yeah, the idea is as long as Sarai keeps getting inspired by our stories, that we can have some more songs coming.
Yeah, so I would love to see our viewers, if they would like to take a guess at what book they think is next in line for a song. That would be fun, right? Just to see what they think out of the ones so can we just do, it's based on the ones that are already done. It's not one that's coming out yet. Can you give me that part? He's like, no, can't tell.
Not exactly. Well, because some books are done, they're just not released yet.
Okay, released. So can we say it's a book that's not released yet?
Yes.
Okay, so it's like truth. What's the game where it's to tell the truth? Which one of these? Okay, so since we already know it's a book that's not released yet. So there you go, guys. So put in the comments which book you'd like to have. Since they're they may all get one, but just put in the comments which one you would like to see on a CD for Sarai to sing. I think that would be fun. But now, Sarai, I put you on the spot. I did tell everybody you were gonna sing, and I'm just saying I can't sing, so I know you got your stuff all queued up over there.
I don't know what you can hear, so you have to tell me what you can hear. Can you hear that?
I can hear it. Yes.
All right, we'll do a little bit.
Okay.
Literally a little bit.
Okay.
So this is Lost. We'll just start with a little bit of this. So here we go.
Okay.
I wasn't petty or bitter, but you were. I wasn't careful, but now I'm a monster. And the daylight comes sharp as knives, shivers as I recall it, blood red as white in my head, your hand in my hand, it feels so familiar, getting lost in your eyes. Can't stop for these moments, written by careless goodbyes, careless goodbyes.
I'm gonna tear up.
And if you want more, you have to go and find the song.
Well, it should be released all platforms this week. I know that it is up on Spotify right now. And so it should be up on iTunes and Google and Amazon and all of that in the coming days. So we will definitely be posting those links as we get
Yay! I'm so excited. I'm so excited about it. And before when Sarai logs off, I'm going to show you guys the cover because Regina Wamba, of course, does all of the cover, all of the graphics and everything for Havenwood Falls. She makes us look good, and she did a fantastic with the cover. And I kind of just want the cover, and I want Sarai and Kristie to sign it, and possibly Xandru, because his abs is posted everywhere. He can just sign it across the 6th ab.
There you go.
Actually, No, I don't want him to write on his abs. He can.
Yeah, don't hide them.
Save the goods. Save the goods.
We don't want to destroy art because that's for people. Just don't do that. All right. Well, thank you so much, Sarai, for joining us today.
Thank you.
We will see you. Hopefully, we'll have you back on the show again.
Yeah, hope so.
We'll definitely do that. All right. Take care.
Thank you, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, everybody. And as promised, here is the cover for Lost in case you have not seen it. There it is, all pretty. Oh, can you see those abs? Oh, I wish I can just make that bigger on my screen. Okay, I just can't. All right, so there you go, everybody. And again, if you, it is going to be releasing soon, so you can add that to your whatever music player you young people use today, because I still have my 8-track and tape deck. All right, I'm old school. So, all right. So, yay. So I do have some questions from the audience, everybody. So I'm just going to go back a little bit and then we're going to get into some games. Now, one person asked if you could be, I think it was Amber. See, this is when you need your producer to actually be working. My producers suck, and it's not Kristie. It's somebody else, you guys. So, okay. Amy Condra asked, if you could be any character in Havenwood, who would it be and why? So we will start with Kristie.
That is a hard one. I'm partial to Michaela because I'm also partial to Xandru.
You want to be Xandru? I'm just, that's fine.
No, I don't want to be Xandru. I want to be Michaela so I can be with Xandru.
That makes a lot of sense.
But then also Addie's really awesome. She's kind of gone in this direction I wasn't expecting. So just organically, she's gone there. She's becoming kind of the one who is empowering some of the young women in town to take control of their lives and their powers and abilities and everything. So I think actually I'd really like to be Addie. She's a witch. She's badass. She likes a lot of the same things I do as well. Her style's kind of the same. So I'm going to pick Addie. And then that'll give me Taze, which is almost as good as Xandru. So
it's Addie for the win, everybody. And in case, it's so funny. Secondary characters sometimes are just second leads. They come in and they kind of just take over, and then you're like, okay, I have to write about them because now they're like everybody's best friend now, and so there you go.
Well, actually, this Lose You Not was originally going to be Addie and Taze's story, but I realized that Xandru and Michaela, I needed to tell more of their story first. So, her story has definitely always been in line to be told, and it'll be next. It'll be fun.
Okay, you guys heard it here first or second. I don't know, but they have a story. It's coming. All right, what about you, Cameo? Who would you be and why?
I was actually thinking about it, and I was gonna choose Addie.
That is so funny.
Only because she's awesome.
She is.
She's got a kind of a run of everybody in the town. She has contact with everyone, and and everybody likes her. I mean, she's very, very likable, and so since Kristie chose Addie.
That's okay.
I'll share.
Okay. Well, I'll choose Addie as well, then, just because she's an awesome character.
All right. So I would love for the viewers tell us, based off of that question, if you could be a Havenwood Falls character, who would it be and why? So, all right. So while you guys are doing that, people are talking about the song because, again, it's totally beautiful. Oh, Randy Cooley Wilson, of course, has a question. What was your favorite scene to write in each of your new books? So we'll start with you, Kristie, and Lose You Not. What's been your favorite scene to write that you can tell us that doesn't give something away?
Oh man. The first scene, actually, the opening, it came out of nowhere. It was one of those, it's like, okay, I need to start this story. Let me just get in the groove and everything. And I started just hammering it out. I was like, holy crap, I like this. So, and what's crazy is, and I'll share it because I think it's up on most of the Look Inside features. So it's not spoilery or anything. I shared quite a bit of it already with Teaser Tuesdays and whatnot. So, there's an appearance of a skinwalker, and that's the part I had no idea, and it actually was a good part of the entire story. But I even told the author group, I was like, so this random skinwalker just appeared in my story, and I have no idea what I'm doing with it, but keep that in mind because maybe we can use it in the future. And then it just kind of went from there. But that was probably my favorite. And then there's a scene of Michaela and Addie having coffee, and they're kind of teasing each other about their stuff. And then they have a pretty serious conversation. I really like that part too. So I picked two. Sorry.
So it's like this random skinwalker, everybody, that shows up. And he has now been added to the Havenwood Falls Bible. So I'm pretty sure, I don't know, we should see some skin around.
If only it was like that. If only it was good like that.
That was such an awful joke. Oh my God, Michelle. Bad joke. Okay. Okay. Cameo, it's on you. What's been your favorite?
I think my favorite part, my favorite scene would be when Eris first walks in and sees her brother, and then she meets Rylan. So,
in that order?
Just that whole, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, because she walks in and he walks in behind her, and and then that whole playing off of each other, because he's like the best friend that she doesn't know about, and he's trying to hit on her. So it's like, get away from me. It was fun to write that part.
It's always fun to see those scenes with it's my brother's best friend, and it's like taboo. It's hands off. It's my best friend's sister, and he's in a it's just okay. Anyway, but I'm excited to find out more about that as well. So everybody likes Addie. Addie is ace, according to Stacy Nixon. Regina Riles also loves Addie, so there's a lot of Addie love here. Randy says Team Taze, and Stacy says she thought, Kristie, that it was Addie's story. It's not, so I'm just telling you in advance, it's not. Will there be a sequel featuring more of Ryland's story? That's for you. Okay. That's all we're going to say. Yes, Brittany. There's your answer. Amber says there will be more.
There will be more.
Okay. That's what we like. Amber says
it's a full length too, right?
Yes, I think we said October or fall release. Yeah.
Fall. Okay. So after February, the year goes by really fast, so you guys don't have to wait that long. Okay, I'm gonna get back to some of the, but okay, so this is something interactive that Jennifer says she thinks we need a Havenwood Falls encyclopedia. So like you don't have anything else to do, Kristie. So they know who's who. Okay, so everybody, this is something that my altar tested out on Facebook this weekend. And this is just something a little bit fun. We've got a couple minutes left, and it's called Linkum. Okay, so all of you guys can participate. I will be giving away a couple copies of any Havenwood Falls book that you do not already own in an ebook. And so that's going to be how it goes. So the idea is that you are going to collect points. The first person to 5 points will win. So here's how the game goes. This is for you and Kristie and Cameo. This is how it goes. You got to put on your thinking cap, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to try to make it simple, sort of, okay? Let me see. I got to know y'all age bracket because some of these questions are hard.
Old.
Okay. So this is kind of how it goes. If you remember Wheel of Fortune back in the day, they had this category where it's like the first 2 words make a name, and then the middle name with the last name makes another name. So this is kind of how Lincoln goes. If I say the actor, singer, comedian called the King of Cool meets a 60s civil rights leader and Baptist minister, who would it be? Now, if you didn't watch any movies with the Rat Pack, you would not know who it is. But the answer is Dean Martin Luther King Jr. Okay. So, did y'all get that? I know it was a lot. So that's what the card says.
That is a lot.
I know, but that one was hard. So the next one won't be that hard because that was hard. I wouldn't have got that. Ones? I know, for kids, the junior version.
Yes.
Okay, so did everybody get that? Okay, here we go, people. So we're gonna keep it to I'm gonna keep it to the first 3 points because we don't have all day and some of these are kind of hard. Okay, here's the first one. Vaseline meets a brand of Ronald Reagan's favorite candy. Just think about Vaseline.
Can we just say
it? Yeah, go ahead, Kristie.
Petroleum Jelly Bellies.
Yes, that's it. And why do you know what Ronald Reagan's favorite candy is? I have no idea.
I was actually going with jelly. I got the petroleum jelly part. So.
There you go. All right, so Kristie has 1 point. All right, everybody. This one is
lose.
It's okay. My mom wasn't good at it this weekend either. She sucked really bad, but it's okay. She tried. She took one for the home team. Okay. All right. So this one, you have to type the answer. So if you're on watching and you know the answer, type it in. I know there's a delay, so I'll wait for you. Okay. A Sister Sledge song of the 70s, hopefully you guys know who that is, meets a Michael J. Fox show from the 80s. And if you need a hint, I will sing it for you, sort of.
I got the 80s part. The 70s. We Are Family Ties.
Yeah. Yes, that's it.
Thanks for the singing. And you said you wouldn't sing.
That was a hum. That definitely was not a sing. Not even close. Okay. All right. This one is simple. I played this one on this weekend. Okay, here it goes. Leonardo da Vinci's most famous painting meets Homer's sax-playing daughter. Famous painting.
Mona Lisa?
What's the last part?
Simpson? I don't know.
That was right. But you just stopped at the first part. You had to finish. It's Mona Lisa Simpson.
Oh.
Mona Lisa and gave us a 5-minute delay. You're so fun. Yes, Stacey Nixon. That was correct.
Oh my God.
Oh my, you guys are funny. Okay, I'm gonna do a couple more. Okay, this one is easy. This one's really easy. Okay. The leader of the Starship Enterprise meets a star of the TV show Growing Pains.
What was his name?
James Kirk Cameron.
Oh, good job.
What did you say?
James
No.
Kirk Cameron.
No, what was he called? Don't say James. What was his title?
Captain Kirk Cameron.
Yes.
James T. Kirk Cameron.
Yeah. Someone's a Trekkie.
Can you do the whole finger thing? I can't. This finger never goes all the way. That's weird. I can't. It's more like, and then it's like,
Oh,
There you go.
oh, yay, Amy got it right. Okay, good job, Amy. Okay. Here's one. Okay, you guys got this. All right. Wheel of Fortune's Letter Turner meets the building at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.
Vanna White House.
Yes. Good job, Kristie. You were all over that
what was
one.
the answer?
Vanna White House.
Oh.
Okay, last one before we wrap up. Let's see. Okay. The U.S. president on the $20 bill meets Michael, Jermaine, Tito, and company.
Oh.
I don't even know who's on the $20 bill.
We're all broke, so I should have said $20 bills are few and far between.
I might have to Google that.
What was the second part?
Yeah, what's the second part? Meets Michael, Jermaine,
wait,
Tito, and company. It's so easy.
Oh my God.
ABC as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Oh my God.
Is it Andrew Jackson 5?
Yes. Oh my
I was
God.
like, okay, I know there's a president named Jackson, but I don't know his first name.
I just kept getting stuck on Andrew Lincoln, and I was like, that is not the name of
Andrew
Lincoln
Lincoln.
Park. Those are not the names of Lincoln Park.
Oh my God. You
Holy.
just no. Kristie, you just lost like 5 cool points for that one. No, just kidding. All right. So that's all we've got for the games today. I will make sure I pick out a different game that makes you think a little bit less. And,
Hey, I think we did well.
You guys did good. You did great.
I thought I was going to bomb like big time.
You guys did awesome. Again, congratulations on the release of Bound by Shadows, Cameo Renae. And I hope everybody, if you guys have not got it, like I said, go out and pick it up. And actually, how many books are out now in Havenwood that are available, Kristie?
I don't know. I always lose count.
Oh my God. I stumped Kristie.
15, 16, I'm not sure. We have, I don't know. I lose count because we've got, one coming out every 2 weeks, basically. And then in June, we launch our historical. So then we'll have 3 books every month will be coming out.
Okay.
So I want to say there's like maybe 15 or 16 between the 2 series.
15 or 16, everybody. So you've got some reading to do because there are a lot more great stories coming out in Havenwood Falls all the way through 2020. I'm pretty sure we're all the way in 2020, maybe 2019, possibly 2020. I think. I don't know.
Definitely 2019. We haven't started scheduling 2020 yet.
They will in June-ish. I guarantee it. It's coming. It's coming. All right. So thank you to today's guest on Havenwood Falls Live with Michelle Hamlin. We've had Kristie Cook and Cameo Renae. And also, Kristie, when does Lose You Not release? Is it next week?
Next Friday, the 26th.
Next Friday, the 26th.
Yay!
Everybody will be ready. Yay! Is it available for pre-order?
Oh, yes. It's up on pre-order on iBooks and Amazon right now. And sometime in the next couple of days, it should be up on Kobo and Barnes & Noble as well.
All right. So everybody make sure that you go and pre-order that book For more Havenwood Falls information, you can find us at www.havenwoodfalls.com. Also, be sure that I would say make sure you join the group, but that's the only way that you can watch this live broadcast is if you're in the group. But that does not mean that you cannot go out and share it with all your other book-loving friends. So get them on board the Havenwood Falls train. And until next time, we will be back next month, February 13th, 2:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here at Havenwood Falls. I'm Michelle Hamlin. Have a great week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.